Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Had breakfast at the house. Had a couple clients. I'm going to try to work out. It's going to be interesting. I dropped the frame on my foot at the very end of the workout on Saturday, so I don't think it's broken. It's all black and blue and swollen. Not crazy swollen, but definitely swollen a little bit. The top of it's tender. I can walk okay. Move all my toes. There's no like weird lumps from bone or anything like that. It doesn't seem. It seems like I just bruised it up really bad, which is lucky. So I'm supposed to do some light squats today and some heavy logs, so we'll see how the foot feels as I'm warming up and stuff like that. But I'm feeling pretty good, so we're going to try to train today. I'll take you guys along and see how that goes. But here's hoping it doesn't hurt you bad. All right, my breaks today are weird. I got stuff to do this afternoon, so I'm trying to get the workout in a little bit earlier. I didn't have quite enough time to get through everything, so what I decided to do is get my speed squats done first, and then I'll come back after I finish up my clients. That's the last timer going. Come back after I finish up my clients and do the heavy log and my accessories. My accessories today are all upper body, so it's fine kind of doing the squat just like on its own. Foot felt fine during this. I didn't feel any issues with that, with the weight on my back or anything. I was a little nervous about that, so foot felt really good. Some tenderness and stuff like that, but I was worried that when I got the weight on my back that and stepped with it, that I was gonna feel a lot of pain and stuff like that, but I didn't. So that leads me to believe that if it is hurt, it's nothing super serious. I have broken this foot actually before. My left foot, I broke the equivalent of this bone right here that runs up to like this finger, just in my foot. When I was in high school, felt a lot different than this, so I don't think it's broken. It definitely, though, it does not feel awesome. The big toe feels like it's jammed, so I can't, like when I step it, like I can't go all the way up on to like step off like this. If I go too high, that big toe, it really feels like it's jammed, so it like I have to like cut my gait a little bit short. And pressure on top of the foot hurts really bad. That's where it's all puffy and bruised. But like, you know, you can flick all my toes, flick underneath. There's no like sharp pain. There was no sharp pain with the pressure of the squat. Anything like that. And the swelling is not insane. Like it's a little puffy around the area, but the whole foot isn't like swollen or anything. So I think I just banged the shit out of it, but I think it's okay. So here's hoping. Luckily, I'm not doing yoke this weekend, so it won't be this weekend. It'll be the weekend following. It'll be the next time that I do yoke. So hopefully, by the next time that I'm gonna have that like pounding of my feet and stuff like that, it'll be good. Yoke and frame. So basically 2 weeks. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm gonna get a meal in, and I got 2 clients. Then I'm gonna do the heavy log and the accessories, and then go running errands and stuff like that. I couldn't do my weekly shopping trip to Sam's yesterday because it was close for Easter. So I didn't think about it. Should have went on Saturday. Didn't even think about it. And then on Sunday, figured out that it was closed on Sunday. So I was like, whoops. So I will be doing that today and doing some meal prep. But so far, foot feels awesome. I feel good about that. So hopefully we'll be able to keep this rolling. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday 22nd. Foot feels a lot better. Looks way worse this morning, but it's just bruising, I think. I think we're going to be fine, which is really lucky. 525-pound frame right down on top of it. I believe the only reason it's not broken is because I didn't actually put the frame together all the way. So a piece was able to kind of like pop up and it like slid off my foot. If I had pinned that in the way it was supposed to, I think it would have just crushed my foot and I would have been in the ER for most of Saturday. But luckily, that didn't happen. So going forward, we're going to be more careful. I'm not going to do like that running stuff. I think, like I said yesterday, I've got about, not this weekend, but the following weekend. So hopefully by the time I get there, it'll be fine. Squats yesterday felt totally fine. No issues whatsoever. Walk around, it's tender when I walk, but for the most part, it's fine. So here's hoping it keeps getting better. What up, everybody? It's Wednesday. Meal 2, rice, lentils, chicken thighs. I'll post the macros on here. Had some clients this morning. Went for a walk, filmed a Wednesday walk and talk. Got a couple more clients, then I'm gonna work out. This is my last meal before the workout. I'll drink some pre-workout before I jump into the workout. Next meal will be after the lift, so you guys will see it then. But hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Mine's going pretty good. See you in a bit. That whooped my ass. Oh my God. Eight minutes. Every minute on the minute. 3 reps at 60%. So that beat the shit out of me. Oh my God, my lungs. I thought I was gonna throw up. So a couple reasons that I do it this way. Well, honestly, really one reason, I guess you could come up with 2 reasons why, but the main reason I do it this way is it gets conditioning in with the speed work. And I'm not just talking cardiovascular conditioning. I'm also referring to like muscular conditioning. So the event at Nationals is max reps log in 60 seconds. So one, it's a super heavy log for me, for my weight class. And then 2, you gotta do a lot of reps in a short period of time. You only get 60 seconds to get as many as you can, and it's gotta come off the floor every single rep. So the idea here, I could do 8 sets of 3, keep the percentage pretty light. I don't go any higher than like 70% on my speed work. I could take longer breaks, but I want this extra conditioning effect, not only for here, my shoulders, my triceps, my lower back, specifically if you're thinking this movement, right? The stuff that is likely to fatigue when you're trying to do a lot of reps with a heavy load. Also the cardiovascular conditioning as well. And then also doing it this way, making this a more conditioning movement. An extra side effect is it helps reduce the amount of time that the whole session takes. So I did a couple warm-up sets, and then I jumped right in. The percentage is relatively low, so I didn't have to do a ton of warm-up sets to make sure that like my body was ready for the weight. I did a general warm-up. I come in here, I start putting on the weight a little bit, and then I'm able to jump right in. On these sessions take longer. So far in this prep, I'm really hard pressed to get a session done in less than an hour. Most of them are coming in around 90 minutes. A lot of them are pushing towards the 2-hour mark. That's okay. I used to love 2-3 hour training sessions, especially when I was in college. Like that's all I was doing. Like I loved it. But now, just where I'm at in my life, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to spend all that time here, especially I'm here for work. This is my facility. When I'm done, I want to get my work done. I want to go home. When I'm actually not prepping for Strongman, I actually like events or competitions. I actually do a lot of my training at this gym by my house, just a normal commercial gym. I don't know anybody there. Nobody knows me there. I don't have any responsibilities there aside from going in and getting my workout in and going home. And I oftentimes prefer that. I can get distracted here really easy. Or if I had a long day, I mean, I love my job, but sometimes I get done with my work and I don't want to be here. I just want to go home, or I want to get out of the space. The way my program is structured, I do a little bit of strongman events on every single session. So I would have to be splitting them in half, doing half the session here, half the session at the gym by my house. I'll just do them all here. So from here until Nationals time, unless there's some sort of emergency and I can't make it here, but I still need to get in a training session or whatever, then I can do that, I can modify. But if that doesn't happen, everything's gonna be done here. So if I can find a way to make my time here less, that's gonna make me more likely to do everything that I'm supposed to do, to stay motivated. I'm cutting, I'm trying to drop weight to make the heavyweight weight class the cutoff of 275. I walk around at about 300 pounds, so I'm cutting down, and I'm not on an aggressive deficit. It's a pretty mild one, but it is enough of a deficit. Stuff like this, and then also just workouts that take a really long time, I really start feeling that deficit near the end of the workout, or like in something like this, my supply of ready to go energy is a lot lower than when I'm eating everything in sight and keeping my body weight up. So it's doable, it's bearable, but those are some of the factors that go into it. So if the session takes 3 hours, by the time I hit that 2-hour mark and I'm pushing beyond, like my work, the quality of work for that part of the session is not going to be good. So trying to pull it back, keep these as condensed as possible. So if I can do something like this, put it on the clock, and just knock it out. Basically, I got a 3-week wave. It's 8x3, 6x2, 5x2, I think is my speed work across like weeks 1, 2, 3. And I do it every minute on the minute. So percentage goes up, amount of sets come down, reps come down a tiny bit. So, but I'm able to get it done fast. So that really makes a huge difference in what I'm able to do and how I feel doing it. So anyway, I'm going to jump into the accessories. I'm supposed to do some calf raises today. My foot is still really beat up from dropping the frame on it, and it's right in the middle of the foot, like that's where the frame hit. So I'm probably gonna skip calves today, but I've got curls, forearms in the rice bucket, leg press, and Romanian deadlifts. All that should be fine. I'm gonna do that as planned. Probably just skipping the calf raises because this morning my foot was really stiff as far as like walking up on the toes. So I'm limping a bit more today than I have been in previous days. So I think we're just gonna skip the calf raises. No sense in straining it. And hopefully next week it'll be good enough. I can jump back into that. But anyways, that's the plan. I need to stop talking, stop wasting time, get into the rest of this.
Tell me what you need, Tony.
everybody, this is meal 3. I'm actually super excited to eat this. I got protein mac and cheese. It's called Muscle Mac. My old roommate Bradley bought a bunch of it, left it behind. Thank you so much, Bradley, if you ever watch this. Does it taste as good as regular mac and cheese? Absolutely not. Does it taste better than no mac and cheese? Yes. So I got this Muscle Mac, and then I made some buffalo chicken. So this is some buffalo chicken protein mac and cheese here. It's chicken breast did in the air fryer, threw some buffalo sauce, 4 rice cakes. I got a protein shake here, half a cup of the Fairlife chocolate milk, scoop of protein, a little bit of water in there to get it the consistency I like. And then I'm also gonna have 2 of those Italian ice popsicles that I had just to get my carbs up. So this is the highest carb meal of the day post-workout. I'm gonna dig into this, cannot wait to eat it. Hey everybody, it's Thursday. I'm gonna show you my breakfast here really quick if I don't drop it all over my lap. Same that I've been eating the last few days. I got Kodiak cake, protein pancakes, some bacon. I brought my low sugar added syrup right here for a little bit on the pancakes. I've been really enjoying this breakfast. It's a lot of protein. The Kodiak cake mix, it's just a normal buttermilk mix. Then I add an egg to it and water. That's all I do. I cook it up fast. The batch, I just, vary up and down the amount of like the powder, the amount of the actual mix that I use to meet my carbs for that day. And then all the fat comes from the bacon, some extra protein from the bacon, and a lot of protein from the egg that I put in the batter. And then, yeah, just a little bit of that low sugar syrup. You could do a sugar-free syrup and do more batter or whatever, but I like the low sugar one. That's the one that I grew up always eating, and it's my favorite. So last night for dinner, I didn't film my dinner last night. I wanted to talk about that. I made dinner for my fiance, and so I wasn't able to get like the macros like lined up. But what I did was I then tried to stay as close to the total calorie needs of that meal as possible. There's a hierarchy when it comes to what you're doing, when it comes to your diet, right? Like, if the most effective, the most efficient way, the best way to get from A to B, if you're talking diet, is to do calories, the macronutrients in the proper balance, the micronutrients are met, all that stuff, right? But the base, the most important thing is that the calories are right to move you towards your goal, okay? Then the second thing would be like calories and protein, and then it would be like calories, protein, other macros, then calories, protein, other macros, micronutrients. So if at the very least, I wanted to make sure the calories were about equivalent as they were supposed to be. So they were pretty close. I might have gone a little bit over, but I put out my portion of what I wanted to eat. I didn't eat more than that portion. Ate a little bit of the dessert that we had prepped. Not a whole bunch, not as much as I wanted to eat of it. But so I stayed pretty close. Body weight was lower again this morning than the day before. I weigh every day, take weekly averages. So body weight still moved in the right direction. So I didn't derail myself too much, right? But 3 of the 4 meals that I ate yesterday were dead on exactly what I needed them to be. So this is just a quick little example about like where flexibility can come in. I'm still far enough out from competition that it's okay to have a little bit of flexibility because I got time to make it up. As we get closer, it's going to lock down tighter and tighter and tighter with every single week that we get closer to competition to make sure that I'm going to make weight on time. Now, the way that this is structured is I should hit weight a couple weeks before, so I do have a buffer if my weight isn't dropping where it needs to be in time. I have an extra 2-week buffer, which was done on purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this. Today is a rest day, so I'll see you for a couple meals. Unless I have something else important to say, like that'll probably be it. But hope you guys are having a great week. Thursday, I got one more day of work, and then I'm off for the weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. But catch you guys later. All right, here we are with meal 2. I've got some pasta with chicken, and then the rest of the chicken and some potatoes. So the reason this is kind of like eclectic, seems like 2 separate things. I had some leftover pasta, wasn't enough to meet my carbs for the day, or for this meal. Didn't want to throw it out, so the pasta and pasta sauce, added enough chicken to that to make this like, you know, like edible, like with meat in it. I mean, it's edible, but like to make it, you know, like meat and chicken and pasta and stuff. And then I still needed some more carbs, and I still had a ton of meat. The meat ratio to the pasta ratio is way more meat. It wasn't gonna be like a good mix. So do some potatoes in the air fryer right here, split it up. When I get to the end of my meal prep, my meals start to look a little more like a patch job together, just because I'm trying not to waste anything, you know, just going off of what I had left. So that's what this is. I'm gonna dive right into this. I got a client coming in soon. I'm gonna eat this. Got some editing to do for the vlog for last week. Then I have a break. I'll eat another meal, and then I'll have my last like sprint of clients for the end of the day. So see you guys later. dinner time. I didn't film my lunch. We went to our favorite Mexican place. I did put it in to my plan. I worked it in. I kept the macros where they needed to be. I will post them on here. But now for dinner, I'm having a bunch of potatoes right here, a little bit of cheese. So these are cheesy ones, these are plain ones. I'm gonna eat all those. Chicken breast. This is a homemade like cheddar bay, imitation cheddar bay biscuit. And I'm gonna have a couple of those Italian ice popsicles to get my carbs up. Don't mind the dishes. Dishwasher's busted, gotta do them all by hand right now. So that's what I'm gonna have for dinner if this guy doesn't steal it. But he's trying, he's begging. Anyways, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna eat this. I'm only doing 3 meals today because the lunch was really big. So combining, you know, that with this and then 3 instead of 4 meals, but make sure I stay where I need to on my total amount of everything for the day. All right, this is it. Had a good workout today. Got Strongman tomorrow. And then Sunday is off. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with some workout footage and those meals.